said, I don't know why I'm freaked out about that. So it's like you enter into adulthood and there's this whole inner world that is part of us, but we don't necessarily have conscious understanding and awareness of. So it becomes like a little bit of a black box, you know, and um, as we choose as adults to allow ourselves to be known, as we choose as adults to enter into relationships with people, or the way I like to share it, share things in the right way with the right people at the right time. It's like this is this process of how I have gotten to know more about myself as I've grown. So a lot of times when therapists talk about this stuff, it's pretty depressing because you're like, all right, so now I'm 20 and I'm totally dysfunctional and I had nothing to say about it. I'm just a victim of my parents' dysfunction, addictions, or abandonment. And as an Orthodox, I'll say that's half true, right? Because we have no say or control over where we were born, who our parents were, right? We are, in a sense, we suggest, we think that God put us there, but we do enter adulthood as the victim of the sins and the virtues of our parents. And so part of the hard part of allowing myself to be known is it can be I'm pretty ashamed of all this stuff. But what the church recognizes is, yeah, that's true. It's just not the whole story. Because the rest of the story is Christ enters into our dysfunctional hearts, our dysfunctional relationships. And now, as an adult, now I actually have a choice. It doesn't matter from whence I came. What it matters is now, what am I going to choose to do? And what's beautiful about Orthodoxy is, all right, if I had a choice, my choice is I'd like to magically fix myself. I would like to magically have everything go away, and I'd like to be perfect. Thank you very much. And it's hard to argue with that. Who wouldn't want that? Well, guess what? There is a person who does not want that. God does not desire to fix us. Because what we recognize as Orthodox, it's in the nature of God's love, number one, that he loves us in our broken, dysfunctional self. Number two, the only reason we don't like being broken, and the only reason it's shameful to have, our woundedness is that we are afraid. We are afraid of being rejected.